Hey guys, and welcome to Ozzie Reviews. Well, today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to have a look at these gel blasters. Now here in Australia there's a lot of controversy about them. A lot of people going off myths about them, so I thought I know nothing about them, so I'll get a hold of one and we'll have a look at it. So here we've got the M4 Terminator. Okay, sounds good, doesn't it? So what we'll do is we'll pull it out of the box and we'll show you what's inside. Okay, so we'll run through what's in the box here. So first of all, we've just got some plastic rail covers. Then got some plastic sights here, and there's also a little torch. And we've got a battery here that actually powers the toy. We've got a knockoff D-bell which the battery goes into, and then this part here plugs into the actual toy itself. And we've got a knockoff little EOTech type sight here, and there's just a button at the back, so we just pull the tab out and you can see there, hopefully on the camera, there's just a laser. Just got a little attachment in there. Got an empty bottle to actually put the gel balls in, so they're fairly small and you've got to let them soak in water for about 3 to 4 hours. We've got the charging cord, just a USB, set of safety glasses, got the magazine itself that you put the gel balls into, and we've got the toy gun itself. The rear stock just slides down onto it. And last of all, we've got a couple of packets of these gel balls, so just bringing it up to the camera there, you can just see them. They're fairly small now. Obviously they soak in the water there for a few hours, and then they'll be about 7 to 8 millimeters in diameter. So you can get different ones depending on the different gel blaster toy that you get, but this is the size that this one here uses. Now, just looking at it in general, look, there's a lot of talk about these obviously, but as soon as you pick them up you can just see they're a toy. Very cheap plastic. I mean, the charging handle doesn't work, the forward assist here doesn't. You might be able to see a little bit of glue around there, and that's because as soon as I took it out of the box when I first got it, it just fell off. So, you know, I had to glue that back in, and just everything about it, it's, look, just cheap plastic because it is a toy. So what we'll do, guys, is I'll get the actual gel balls that I've got here. So we've let them soak there for 4 hours, so you can see the size of them there. Yeah, that's all they are. They've just absorbed the water and moisture just to form a water gel ball. That's all they are. Nothing ridiculously deadly or dangerous or anything like that. So let's get everything assembled here, so to speak. Now, I'm not going to worry about any of the rail covers or even the open sights or the light. I don't need to use any of that. Pretty keen just to jump into it, to be quite honest. So, okay, we've got power here. So we've got a selector switch here, just sort of like a normal AR selector switch. But I mean, look, this proves it's just a toy, because see that it doesn't function properly when it's in the correct position. You just got to find like a sweet spot, which is back on an angle, which is very unrealistic, and then it works from there. So how it actually works is obviously just off battery power, and there's a plunger in there that cycles and just pushes the gel balls out. So what I want to show in this I guess video is a myth, or disprove the myth that they really are dangerous, because to me they are exactly how they are sold, and that's a toy. So let's put the gel balls in the magazine here and just give it a go. Okay, so hopefully we'll be able to pick these gel balls up on camera coming out. So you should be able to see that. So they're moving reasonably quick. Some are just breaking up. But yeah, let's test it now and just see if there's any sort of accuracy with these, or whether it's just, you know, throwing them out. Okay, so we've got a can set up just with a little bit of water in the bottom of it, just to stop the wind blowing it over. It's only 10 meters away, so we'll see if we've got any sort of accuracy with this whatsoever. So let's just see if we can hit it. So we're getting we've had a few jams. And all right guys, I'm going to wrap up my I guess final thoughts on these. An absolute rubbish cheap toy, that's all they are. And I can't even get this thing to fire anymore. I've cleaned it out, it's just jamming. I don't know what's going on here, and to be quite honest, I can't be bothered putting any more time into it. I guess because I'm used to shooting real firearms and have an appreciation for real AR-15s, I see this exactly for what it is, a kid's toy. Let's talk briefly about a couple of the myths surrounding these. Number one is they look like the real thing. No, they don't. At a distance, perhaps they do, but you've got to look at the actual actions of the person with these. Now, if you've got a couple of kids playing with these, what is the issue? I can't see what the issue is. As soon as someone is firing at another person playing with these, you can hear that it's not real. You know, there's no loud bang, there's no echo, there's nothing like that. It is just like a Nerf gun. There's no difference there. Now, if people are going to use these and do an armed robbery, for example, well, the first thing they'd have to do is try to paint all the blue parts and everything so they don't look like a toy. But even then, you can see that the clear plastic barrel in here is just a toy. Once again, if you painted that as well, there's just too many things on here that just don't work, don't move, and you can just see when it's close up that it is a toy. Now, let's be honest, if a criminal was going to use one of these to do a armed robbery and hold up a 7-Eleven or something like that, well, obviously there's offences for robbery, isn't there? And a person has to be a criminal in the first place to go and do that. So do you really think if they started licensing these that a criminal would go, I'm going to jump through the hoops now, do a safety course, go get a license and obtain a gel blaster toy gun? I mean, I just find it completely ludicrous. That's my view on the whole situation. So anyhow guys, look, I guess a bit of fun, novelty as a toy, but for me, I've no interest whatsoever in these, but I thought I'd just cover it because there's a lot of people who want to know about them and how they work and so forth. I know a lot of people have a lot of fun with them, and I'm sure I probably would be of a similar viewpoint if mine actually really worked longer than about 2 minutes. So anyhow, I hope that answers your questions, guys. We'll be back with real reviews with real firearms on the next review, so we'll catch you then.